So we're actually at the track, Monett Speedway, where I've been a few times, but they're actually opening back up this year, so that's good. And we got Calvin and Matt Branstetter's car back there, just helping them try to get this thing tuned up. So I'm gonna get in there and make some laps. We're gonna work on some setup. So we waited out the other night, and we're just gonna basically just do some test and tune on it and see if we can get it to turn left. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Just take you along, I'll show you a few changes we're gonna do and see how they worked out for you, but do some test and tune.
So just a little backstory on what's going on here. Calvin and Matt Branstetter, they just bought their first modified. Brand new car to them. It's a great looking car, shot car. But they took it out to Springfield and the car just would not turn the corner. Here you can see him getting together with another car. But it was Matt's first time in a car, first time in a modified. So they were just kind of lost on what to do, which is very easy to do. These modifieds, you know, they don't drive the best, especially when you have no experience in them. But you can see, look at this car right there, just won't turn, push it up, off the track. So Calvin just felt really lost and just reached out to me for some help. And he also reached out to Jerry Schweitzer, and he had Jonathan Dean come over. But they basically started going through the car before I got there, got it squared up, found some things off on the car. Look at that thing push. But found some things off. You know, it just had a reverse stagger in the car. So we basically just put the car back to a baseline, scaled the car out, and just tried to make it more neutral for, you know, somebody just starting out in modifieds. Because the thing is, when you're starting out, you want a car, to me, that's comfortable to drive and it's predictable. It's going to go where you point it. You know, it just helps build driver confidence and helps you get comfortable in the car and, you know, just make laps without tearing up the car. Which, to me, that's, when you're just starting out, that's important. The more laps you make, the more you learn. The quicker you get comfortable, the faster you go. So here you can see Matt's he's just really struggling. So they reached out to me, and like I said, all of us kind of came together, and we got this car at least a starting point. I don't want to see anybody struggle like this. So Calvin asked me to get in the car, just see what I thought about it and make some laps. So I was the first guinea pig. I don't mind. If I set a car up, I don't mind jumping in and see what's going on. But the car, to me, already feels a lot. I like it. It's actually, at least it's turning. It's on the rev limiter all the way down. This is supposed to be a Midwest mod at 6200 rev limiter. But at least the car's turning left. That's important to me. I don't want to blow it up, so I'm just trying not to let it sit on the rev limiter too much, but it's going where I point it, and that's what I like. Here it's up on the top side. Still very comfortable. Car's turning, coming off the corner straight. That's what I like. So I'm just playing around with it a little bit, just seeing how it drives through different lines. But I think it's a great starting point. It's actually better than the car that I've got right now, which hopefully that'll change. So after I make some laps of the car and get a little comfortable in it, it's time to let Matt get out there and see what he thinks. But already you can see the car's driving for Matt. At least it's going through the corner. It's turning left. He's got way more control. At least it's not shoving the nose all the way off the racetrack now. Which, like I said, that's important for somebody that's just starting out trying to get comfortable in the car. You want a car, to me, that's predictable. And no matter what, I always want a car that turns. I just hate a tight race car. So something more neutral to me, even if it's on top of the track, is better than something that's pushing, that's, you know, got all kinds of traction. But Calvin, his dad's, I think, a lot happier too. That car, to me, just looks a lot better. A little loose getting in, but no problem. But I think Matt's having more fun right now than he was at Springfield driving the car, which makes me feel good, especially after he set it all up and changed everything on it.
So right now, I drove the car a little bit. Matt drove the car, but it's really new. I mean, the car is good. It's just neutral. You know, it's not the fastest rocket ship ever, but it's got a really good starting point. So I was pretty happy with it. Matt seemed to like it a lot too. So what we're gonna do is just play around now. We're gonna drop the Panhard on the rear end just to see if we can just tighten up just a little bit. But like I said, just start playing around with it now and see what we can do. But it's starting to get dark out here. Not gonna have a whole lot of time, so we'll see what we can get done.
So yeah, I just wanted to drop the Panhard bar a little bit and get the car a little more on the track. And we also turned this rev limiter up to 7,200, which would be at least more for a B mod with this setup. And I can tell you right now, I think this car is a lot better. There's a few things I do. I might take out a little bit of roll steer in it. The car gets up on the bars. It's got a touch more rear steer than I'd want in it, but like I said, those are all fine-tuned things. There's maybe some shock changes, but this car is starting to come around. Like I said, it drives better than mine did. I'm getting ready to do this to mine next. We're gonna change everything out. Scotty Allen's been helping me a lot, and I just got some good information, and I'm gonna change everything out on that car. For my first laps in this car here, like I said, never sat in it, but I'm pretty happy with it. I'd race this one. And there's still more speed to be found in this car for sure. If it was me, as good as this thing's running at 7,200 down the straightaways, I'd run this as a B mod. This track is really slick too, which I like. I think you get the car to work on a really slick track, it's a lot easier to get to work on a tacky track. I think I had some fun. Like I said, I was pretty pleased with the car. So, and now it's time to let Matt get out there. And the other thing that happened to the starter, we had some problem with the starter and the clutch, so we had to start the car all night. But you know, there's always something. But at least it started and it ran. But Matt got out there, ran some laps in it. I think he was pretty happy as well. The car looks a lot better than it did, you know, a week ago. First night he had it out, so. But it's just so important to get a car where it needs to be to start out with. If you got a car that's just off, especially in the cross or just any of the weight percentages are that far off, and if you got the lead off on it, it just can make the car just so hard to drive. You can just spend so much time out there trying to drive a car and just feel so frustrated.
All right, so a little test and tune. I think the car worked pretty good though.
Yep.
I mean, we changed very little tonight. Panhard Bar, but that one change, I mean, the car came to life for me. I mean, I liked it. That's the best car I've driven, I think, since I've been driving modifieds again. I was pretty happy. I don't know. What did you think about the car? You drove it last time at Springfield, and now, I mean, what did you think?
It's come a long ways.
Better?
Yeah. Before couldn't turn it, and now it's on a rail.
Yeah, you said it was, I mean, they said it was pushing, but it looked smooth out there. It looked good. So, your third time in the car?
Yep.
That's pretty good, but, I mean, like I said, I was pretty, could have been bad. I mean, I was a little nervous about the changes, but you never know. But, you know, shock car, I've driven a shock car before, but this one here, I really liked it. I think you got a good baseline.
Yeah.
So it was a successful test and tune. The car's in one piece. It ran great. Engine ran great. Basically putting that Panhard bar down and changing that chip. Moving that, I mean, we turned the chip up a little bit so it'd run, but the engine ran good. So it was way better than my B-Mon motor I had for sure. But so I think you got a good starting point. You're gonna come back out and race Monett, or?
Oh yeah.
Back to Monett. I'm glad they got this place open up. You can see pits are pretty much cleared out, but the track is going to race again. So we're not racing A mods weekly, but I wish they were. But I'm going to be back somehow, some way. But hope to see you at the races soon.